Hey, my good people, what's good? It's your boy Pankey IBFLB. Once again, it's a beautiful Thursday. And you know what it is? It's a Europa League night. A couple of games have been played. Some of them are about to end. They are at extra time right now. If you know, you know. So for this live stream, as you can see from the title, we're gonna enjoy a watch along live stream for the big match, Nottingham Forest and EPL Football Club versus Fenerbahçe. Feel me? Yeah, it's a big game. Fenerbahçe, sorry, lost at home 3-0 when they met at the first leg. So it's gonna be fire, man. I don't know if they're gonna bring a big comeback and overturn, their worst performance in the first leg. So my good people, right about now, I wanna welcome you all. Welcome. I'm so early. It's like 10 minutes remaining before the game starts. So in the meantime, let's lock in. Make sure you like this stream. Like the stream. I don't know why I haven't told you that. Like the stream, boys and girls. Oh my God, I've forgotten to do something for a minute. I forget to do, but I'm back. My good people, it's a big night, man. How are you feeling, man? I'm feeling good. I've been laughing, here by myself, man. I've just had, some funny thoughts. But it is what it is, man. Let's begin. Let's begin the big show. Nottingham Forest versus. My God, what's wrong? Can you see me? Wait a minute. Can you see me, guys? Can you see your boy Pankey BFLB? Let me do a sound check, man. Let me do a sound check. I don't know, is it my network because I'm trying to connect a device here to check if. Oh yes, I can see myself, man. The sexy youth in the building. If you're live right now, please like this stream. Like this stream. Let me put up a poll so we keep on moving. Oh, I was worried, man. I was worried. Where is my face? Can we help Fenerbahçe in this game? No. Yes. No. Yes. Let's go with Nottingham, man. Will Nottingham Forest defeat Fenerbahçe again? Again today, that's the question of the night. Will Nottingham Forest defeat Fenerbahçe again today? Yeah, that's the poll, man. That's the poll. Let me do a quick sound check. Yeah, sound. So if you are live right now, my good people, and you can see the poll, make sure to vote. Okay? Make sure to vote, man. We are live. If you know someone who should be in, let him know or let her know we are live. I can see one vote is in. Let's go. Let's continue. Let's go. Can see 2 likes. Keep on liking, man. Like. Let's go. I want to go straight to the lineup because I don't wanna be late. How many minutes remaining? 7. Oh, still we have some few minutes to jog around. Okay. Yeah, I can see you, man. Lock in. Let's go. Sharon, I see. Man, I was to do an early live stream today, man. I don't know what's happening today. I was to do a big match, Stuttgart versus Celtic today, but I don't know how my head went. Forgive me for that, man. I was to come do the first live stream and the second, but it is what it is. I'm here now. I can see 3 votes are in, man. Let's go. So let me share my screen right about now. It's raining over here, man. I hope it's raining over there too, wherever you are. Let me share my screen right about now. Nice. Can you see something in your screen right now? Nottingham Forest versus Fenerbahçe Istanbul. Oh, that's a big name, man. Turkey. It's a Turkish name. Avatar, my boy, A to the B. Let's go, man. Let's go, man. I hope you're supporting Nottingham Forest, my boy, because I don't see Fenerbahçe coming back to win, man. It's over, man. They can't, man. If you are watching right now, let me know. Keep voting. I see 4 votes are in, man. Yes, it's at 100%. Have you voted? If no, make sure you vote. And for the people who are new to this big channel, man, make sure to subscribe, man, so that you get to catch me every live stream like I do every single day, man. Okay? That's what's up. So as you can see on your screens, Nottingham Forest is gonna use a formation of 5-4-1. What? That's a unique formation. Fenerbahce is gonna use a formation of 4-3-3, a legendary one. Big big one. So we're gonna go. I want to serve the lineup for Nottingham Forest. Tonight, their big goalkeeper, their first, I think, Ortega is their first team goalkeeper. Ortega will be on the post. 5 defenders, we have Williams, Morato, Murillo, Cunha, and Hutchinson. Big 5 defenders to keep away the Fenerbahce attackers. For the midfielders, they have 4. That's McCarthy, Anderson, Yates, and Dominguez. Dominguez lately has been overworking. I've been watching Nottingham Forest match and damn, Dominguez, that's a superb football player. And for their only striker tonight is Luca. I don't know why. Ego Jesus is not in. I don't know why, man. I don't know. Anyway, for Fenerbahce, you can see their goalkeeper tonight is setting. 4 defenders, we have Mulder, the great Arsenal player, Guendouzi. Do you remember Guendouzi? If you're watching right now, let me know. Guendouzi is in. Efe Demir, Norman Brown. Those are 4 defenders. For the attackers, we have Aidin Yaksek Ngolo, the great midfielder of all time. Ngolo Kante is in. For their forward, we have Douglas Sheriff and Aktukoglu. What a name, man. What a name. I can see 5 votes are in, man. Keep on voting. Let's go to the substitute for Nottingham Forest. We have Angus Gunn, Kehan Milenkovic, Ola Aina, Zach Abbott, Ibrahim Sangare, Morgan Gibbs White, good player there, Callum Hudson-Odoi, Dan Doye, Igor Jesus, Dylan Bakwa. Big bench, big players at the bench still, and their coach tonight, as always, is Vítor Pereira. That's a big squad, man. Let's get to the Fenerbahçe. Fenerbahçe substitute right about now. We have Ceylan, Bitech, Semedo, Kamil Uregen, Levent, Marco Asensio, the great player there, and Elatin Ekisi. Their big coach tonight is Domenico Tedesco. Nice. So my good people, the game is gonna start in like how many minutes remaining? Because I don't wanna be late. Oh, the game is gonna start right about now. 1 minute remaining, man. I don't wanna waste any minutes. Let me go. Let me share the live commentary so we get to enjoy the game together, man, till the end. Okay? Till the end. I don't want you to miss any bit of it. Big up to everyone who was voted. I can see 5 votes are in. Keep on voting, man.
It is Ismail Yuksek for
Let's
Fenerbahçe.
enjoy the commentary
For Nottingham Forest. And the flag swap has just taken place.
Why is my sound not responding?
For Fenerbahçe in this 4-3-3 formation. Ismail just 1 yellow card away from a suspension for Fenerbahçe.
Why is my sound always misbehaving when I want to do something? God damn. The game we're gonna start in is on right now.
It's all focus on getting a quick and early goal against this Nottingham Forest side that in the Premier League haven't had the greatest of stories so far this season. Recently letting go of Sean Dyche to bring in Vítor Pereira, and with only his 3rd game in charge, there's already been promising signs seen by Nottingham Forest supporters, and they'll be hoping that it drifts them further and further away from a relegation fight. Wolves look almost certain for the drop in the Premier League. Burnley are challenging, as are West Ham around the bottom as well. And every point is vital. But it's a welcome distraction is the Europa League this season for Nottingham Forest. They take a 3-goal lead into the second leg, and they will kick things off for us, kicking off from right to left, and it'll be on the referee's whistle. Ryan Yates, the captain for Nottingham Forest, will do the honours. There's plenty of players surrounding the edge of the centre circle at the moment, which indicates that this might be a pass all the way back to its goalkeeper. It is. And Stefan Ortega takes the first touch just outside of the area. He's closed down by Sharif and goes route 1 up towards Luca. It's headed away by Guendouzi out to his left-hand side, but controlled by Amari Hutchinson just inside of Fenerbahçe's half. Plays this short to Yates, and Hutchinson gets it immediately back. Now into his own half to Cunha. Across the middle to Murillo, and goes all the way back to Ortega. It's a new position for Amari Hutchinson. When he was at Ipswich in the Premier League a couple of years ago, it seems to be a bit more of a focus on playing attacking football, whereas Hutchinson now playing more of a right wing back role as the firework makes its way. The referee has pulled a halt to the game just 40 seconds in to remove the situation. The ball just inside of their own area. Looker immediately makes his way over to an instruction for the tactic and approach after the early stage of what Fenerbahçe have done defensively. They've set themselves themselves up with a very attacking intent. We'll see how that plays out for them. Perhaps the first 20 minutes or so, depending on how much they may need to change things around. Just waiting for the danger to be removed from the field. As the flare has made its way onto the pitch. Just to let you know, in the early game earlier on, Stuttgart lost by a goal to nil against Celtic, and Celtic won on the night, but on aggregate, Celtic did lose 4-2 and are therefore eliminated from the competition. Red Star against Lille has gone into extra time. We're at half-time in extra time with Panathinaikos and Plen both level at 1 apiece. And Panathinaikos have been reduced down to 10 men. The other game to tell you about now is we've got Genk against Dynamo Zagreb, we've got Celta Vigo against PAOK, and we've got Bologna against Bran. I'll let you know of any goals in those games, of course, with the potential of any of these sides facing them in the next round, as we have had the flare.
My network, please. Don't misbehave.
Allow things to continue, but I think it was led by Yuksek, who removed the danger from the field before the stewards have come across and made sure it is safe. It is right beside the playing field still, and the smoke is venturing onto the pitch. As Ortega gets the ball inside of his area, he makes the roll out to his right-hand side for Cunha, and we are now able to continue with the game. Drops it back on the edge of the 6-yard box, passes this out to his left-hand side for Morato. Over one more to Murillo by the touchline, plays it down the line, trying to chase it and catch up to the ball, and does so, but loses out on possession down that left-hand side to N'Golo Kante. Of course, Nottingham Forest fans will be very aware of his success during his time with both Leicester and with Chelsea in the Premier League. Out to the right-hand side now with Dominguez, plays it back through the middle for Cunha, finds a gap further upfield now for Elliot Anderson, out to his left-hand side for Murillo. Drives this pass through the middle, but it's well read by Kante, out to his right-hand side by Aidin, and then all the way back to his goalkeeper with the first touch for Settin, whose first touch takes it up into Nottingham Forest half, headed away comfortably by Morato. Brought down by Yates, just outside of the centre circle, to his right-hand side. Challenge goes in from Hutchinson, he wins it, and the linesman says he kept it in play, and he continues down that right-hand side. It takes a touch off the defender this time, and about 10 yards gained down that right-hand side before he goes out of play for a throw-in for Nottingham Forest. Now equal with the edge of the area, and across comes Nico Williams to take this from deep into Fenerbahçe's half. Williams now gets the ball immediately back by Elliot Anderson. And now Dominguez down the line tries to be smart with the ball, and the ball has gone out of play for a throw-in this time for Fenerbahçe. Going back to the edge of the area for Demir. Clearance goes upfield, headed away by Cunha. Brought down by Anderson. Out to the right-hand side now for Williams, who switched over from the left-hand side. Plays it down the line for Omari Hutchinson. It's going to roll out of play. There'll be another throw for Fenerbahçe. There'll be Brown to take. He'll have his whipped out for him down that left-hand side. Have to throw it back to Demir by the corner flag. Up towards Brown, first time clearance, gets tricked, wants a free kick. It's a throw-in instead to Nottingham Forest. There's a tackle by Yates. The throw-in's taken by Williams, throws it all the way back into his own half for Cunha. Now to the left-hand side for Anderson. Into the opposition half. Now to Hutchinson. Back to Murillo. This time ball over the top. Hutchinson can't read that quite as well as Guendouzi did as he heads this away, and it's with Kante. Pass inside now for Aidin. Now Nene. Out to the right-hand side for Mulder. Mulder down the right-hand side, tries to feed the ball through, but it's well read by Moreau, wins it back for Forest, plays it back to Morato, goes all the way back to Ortega. On the edge of his own area, will let the ball roll into his area, and as he's closed down, get the ball out from under feet up towards Omari Hutchinson, headed away, brought down on the right-hand side now by Nene. And he dribbles this inside, but he's got nowhere to go, and he's forced to play the ball all the way back to Settin, now to Guendouzi, just outside of the area. To his right-hand side, he has got support. He bypasses the support of Mulder, but finds Aidin. Aidin's first touch passes this inside. It's still being followed there, and it's well hounded by Ryan Yates, who I think is going to need to leave the field because it looks like a very serious injury to his finger. Looks like his finger is not facing the right way at the moment, after going into that challenge with Ogres. It was a good battle between the two of them. I think he's just landed funny as he's gone down. He has, and it's caught his finger, and he's immediately called for the physio to come onto the field to sort it out for him, because it looks like he may have dislocated it. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to. Imagine if there's any safety concerns, they'll take him off. But he will definitely need to leave the field with some physio attention. It's whether he returns back into the game or not, but there doesn't seem to be too much of a concern from the Nottingham Forest bench at the moment. Yates prepares to leave the field, and Nottingham Forest will have a free kick just inside of their own half. Helped back to his feet. It has been taped up. We'll just get a couple of checks over on Ryan Yates on the sideline, and as we do that, it's Fenerbahçe, that will get things back underway for us, and it's with Guendouzi. Out to his left-hand side now for Brown. And in the middle it goes, but it's collected by Murato, plays it all the way back to his goalkeeper. It's with Ortega. Ortega's clearance away up towards the halfway line, cleared back into the opposition half by Demir. Straight back to him, and this time he goes back to Setin. Out to Guendouzi. On the edge of the area, Elliot Anderson will close him down as he plays it back to Setin. Out to his left-hand side for Demir. First time clearance out to Brown. Nottingham Forest with a very high press at the moment, forces Brown into an error, but a free kick's given in Fenerbahçe's favour by the referee. No hesitation there as Yates has rejoined the game. There's that he'll be absolutely fine to continue. Now it's with Guendouzi on the edge of the area. Out to his right hand side, finds plenty of space here for Nene as he goes into Nottingham Forest's half, but as he's dribbled it inside, Anderson wins it back. Now out to Yates, he's got Hutchinson further down the left hand side, and a chance for a break here for Nottingham Forest. First time ball across the middle, he's just ahead of Luca, who's going to try and keep this in play on the right hand side, and does. Still Nottingham Forest in the ascendancy for now, plays it back to Dominguez, and now McAtee on the edge of the area, brings it back inside. It seems more like a change in formation already for Nottingham Forest, as Murillo's playing on the left hand side of a back four, with Williams on the right hand side, and Murato and Cunha as the two centre-backs. As the pass goes to Murillo this time, his first touch is too heavy, and it's won back by Sheriff down the left-hand side. Goes into his own half for Mulder, who's got plenty of time. Now to Kante. Now Yüksek. And now Guendouzi. Now Yüksek. Out to his left-hand side for Koglu. Ball over the top, headed away first time by Yates. Back to Koglu, loses out on possession though to Williams, who plays it back to Murato. He's to hook this ball away, but it's miscontrolled by Kante, and it finds its intended target. Kante does win it back though for Fenerbahçe, albeit inside of their own half, but it's still possession now with Demir. Into the middle for Yüksek. Now Guendouzi inside of the centre circle, takes it into Nottingham Forest half. Out to his left hand side, some space here for Brown. Down the left-hand side, back to Koglu. Beats his man, tries to get past another, but this time he just runs straight into the challenge of Williams, and Nottingham Forest win it back, and it's now with Anderson. Out to his right-hand side for McAtee. Tackle made by Brown, and it's going to be a throw-in now on the right-hand side for Nottingham Forest, but it just slows down the build that Fenerbahçe were pushing forward. Starting to get the ball a little bit more inside of Forest's half. Having to be patient with trying to find the breakthrough though. And back to Guendouzi. All the way back to Setin, outside of his 6-yard box. Targets towards Sheriff, but it's a header won by Murato. Goes all the way through to Luca. Luca lays this ball off for Anderson, tries to get it back through to Luca, and Guendouzi, who's gone down under a push, wants a free kick. Referee's allowed play to continue as it's gone all the way through to his goalkeeper, but Nottingham Forest starting to get the ball a bit more sloppy from both sides at the moment in the opening 11 minutes of the game. Setin rolls this out to his right hand side for Demir. Fenerbahçe goalkeeper gets it back immediately now to Guendouzi, and now Kante back to his goalkeeper on the edge of the 6-yard box. A very poor, very weak clearance. Right to the pressure from Hutchinson. He does get it back though and gets the ball away this time. Only as far as Brown, who can't control the ball. Balls to Williams. Out to his right hand side to Dominguez. Now for McAtee. Bring this across the middle now for Anderson on the edge of the area. Out to his left hand side for Hutchinson. Hutchinson's in the area. A couple of step overs up against Nene. Can't get his cross in. It's falling back to Anderson by the touchline. Dribbles it down the line, plays it across the middle. There's nobody there gambling inside the 6-yard box to take it for Nottingham Forest. It's well worked by Elliot Anderson. And it really needed somebody just inside that 6-yard box gambling. And nobody was there for the hosts. Fenerbahçe will clear the lines. Forest will have to try and work their way back in again. Anderson inside to Yates. Plus one more for Murato. Now to Anderson. Further over to McAtee by the touchline. He's up against Brown. Luke pulls this into the area on his left foot. Cross goes in towards Luca. Heads this goalwards, but it's a tame effort called by Settin inside the 6-yard box. Now Lucas stayed down, holding on to his shoulder. He looks to be in a bit of discomfort. He went up for the header with both centre-backs from Fenerbahçe. Definitely in an onside position. Just looks like he may have landed quite awkwardly on his shoulder. He's gone down. Ball went comfortably into the arms of the goalkeeper. He's back up to his feet without the physio, but looks to be in a bit of discomfort when he initially went down. From the back it goes to Guendouzi. To his left now for Brown. Brown back inside to his goalkeeper outside of the 6-yard box. Then upfield, headed down by Cunha this time. Header won by Brown. Out to his right hand side, but there's nobody there and it's run back by Murillo. Who wins his side of throwing as it's chased over by Nene. Just in front of the technical area, Nottingham Forest will have a throw in on the left-hand side, inside of their own half. He's searching down the line for some sort of support. Instead has to go short to Elliot Anderson. Across the middle it goes. It's away from his marker in the end as Yates, but he's tripped in the process, and it'll be another free kick to Nottingham Forest. From Yates to take it, but in the end he's going to leave it for Murato. To his left-hand side, Murillo playing as left-back at the moment. Through the middle, it looks like Anderson and Yates will play as the two holding midfielders in a 4-2-3-1. Over the top out left now to Hutchinson. Back inside onto his left football, back across the middle, but there's nobody there again for Nottingham Forest. They're doing absolutely everything they can on this left-hand side to get the ball into the area. First it was Anderson. Now it's Hutchinson. He got the run in the end on Mulder and he managed to beat him not once but twice. And the left foot to ball across the middle, just ahead of the foot of Luca. But there's nobody at the back post for Nottingham Forest gambling. And they could have a couple of goals in their favour already. Going from the left hand side from Brown. Goes down to Kante, plays it back now to Guendouzi. Through the middle for Sheriff, his first time pass out left's intercepted by Murillo. Through the middle now for Luca. Through his right hand side, but it's just behind its intended target. McAtee can't get there. And Brown comes away with the ball now for Fenerbahçe. Now with Actacoglu. Surrounded by Forest players, chips the ball over the top with the outside of his boot. It's headed away again by Murillo. Up towards the halfway line now with Fenerbahçe and with Aiden brings it. It's going to be the first corner of the evening. It's going to go to Fenerbahçe. They wanted a penalty for a handball in the build-up. The cross is dragged back. Comes quite clearly off the foot of Murato. And Actacoglu will go across. Take the first corner of the afternoon for us. It's in front of the travelling Fenerbahçe supporters. With everybody up from the back. Big swinging corner on its way. In towards the middle. Strong hands by Ortega. Gets it away to the edge of the area where Maury Hutchinson will send it further away. He's going to chase it down the left-hand side, but the ball's left to run out of play. It'll be a Fenerbahçe throw-in. It will allow Nottingham Forest to regroup. Throw-in's taken by Nene, all the way back to his goalkeeper. He's not going to get all the way there, though. Guendouzi has to make sure as he's chased down by Luca. Away it goes by Setin, headed down by Morato. Out to play for a throw-in now on the left-hand side for Fenerbahçe. We've seen the best chances for them just go begging. Around his hip. I think at that point, quite sure what the incident is. Didn't look like there was too much of a challenge that he went in for, that he seemed to have come out worse off for. He took the throw in, and that was the last we saw of him with the ball. So I'm not quite sure if this has been a underlying issue, but from 11 o'clock tomorrow, the draw for the round of 16, the quarter-final and the semi-final draws for the Europa League. Of course, as it stands, it'll be Nottingham Forest, the one of these two sides that is going into that draw. European competitions across all three are still in said competitions. So the Fenerbahçe supporter who decides to show that underneath this Fenerbahçe top there is a Derby County shirt. As Nene is to the side, and he'll be welcomed back onto the field in just a moment's time. Through it taken by Brown, goes back
big
to
up to everyone who's in.
to
Boy.
out to Aiden.
And
Over
don't
the
forget
top
to
into
vote,
the channel,
man.
well headed away by Morato, but it's only into the path of Yuksek. Out to his right-hand side for Nene, who is told he can come back onto the field, but Maury Hutchinson goes into the tackle with him. Hutchinson's tripped, Nene's holding on to his face. He's rolling around in some pain, but Hutchinson's just given him a very disappointed look at the reaction he's seen from Nene, who's just come back onto the field. Not sure if
Come on,
Hutchinson has caught him.
Fenerbahçe. Do some.
If anything, he might have caught him with a trailing hand and poked him in the eye, but I'm not sure it warrants that sort of response. It's very theatrical from Nene. He's back to his feet. And I think the theatrics is probably what's put the referee off from making any kind of decision in his favour. It's taken short by Anderson. To Morato, now out to Murillo. Goes up through the middle, but it's cleared away by Guendouzi up towards the halfway line where Murillo will have a second chance at the ball. Now to his right-hand side for Yates. Space here for Cunha. And now for Williams. Moves over the top, headed away by Demir. Towards McAtee, who can't control the ball, and it's won back by Brown. Now to Demir again. And now to Brown by the touchline. Has to go back to Demir. He's got no other options. And he's let it run all the way through to his goalkeeper. And he's retrieved the ball almost immediately from him. Under pressure as well. Now out to Brown of their own half at the moment. The clearance has gone to Murillo, and it's still inside of Fenerbahçe's half. Plays this across to Morato. Out to the right-hand side now for Cunha. Now for McAtee. Drops his ball off for Dominguez. By the touchline, tries to beat his man. Feels he's brought down, no free kick given. Dominguez back to his feet, still in possession. Goes back towards his own half. Plays it back now to Cunha. Inside to Yates. All the way back to Morato. Out to Murillo. Into the opposition half now. Down the line to Hutchinson. Hutchinson flicks this ball on as Murillo's continued his run down that left-hand side. As Hutchinson's held, he's retrieved the ball back. Plays it inside now to Morato. Back down the left-hand side for Hutchinson. He's just ahead of him. But he is going to get there first, and he beats his man. Takes it into the area. Drags it back, but it's blocked by Guendouzi. We'll get the clearance away on the second attempt up towards Sheriff. Sheriff now on the right-hand side has a breakaway and a chance here for Fenerbahçe. There's numbers over in the middle. He's continuing into the area. It's allowed for his players to get back. Tackle from Williams. He can't get there. It's gone all the way through, and it has been finished by Ektakoglu.
Oh.
Fenerbahçe have one on the ball, and Ektakoglu takes the ball back towards the halfway line.
Fenerbahçe's back.
It was a breakaway on the right-hand side by Sheriff. Just found himself some space when Murillo started to push forward and offer support down that left-hand side with Hutchinson.
Let's go. Fenerbahçe's back.
But as the ball broke away with Sheriff, it looked like he might have left the pass a little bit too late. And as he played it across the middle, Williams stretched his foot out and it killed the ball in its stride. But he lost his footing, so couldn't clear the ball away. Sharif is definitely onside, just looking now to see if Aktakoglu is. He certainly is, because of how deep Cunha's had to drop. Certainly onside when the ball's played across. But Williams, who just got his touch on the ball, couldn't do enough to drive it away from Aktakoglu. He placed the ball past Ortega. We're about 8 yards out. It's now Nottingham Forest 0, Fenerbahçe 1 on the night. After 22 minutes.
This is the comeback I want, man.
Let's
go.
Work to do just to ensure any kind of stability at this point. As Hutchinson's pass is blocked out. Balls to Dominguez.
Yeah.
Now to the right hand side from McAtee.
2 goals
to
to
the
go.
middle away by Guendouzi. And
A boy
behind
to
goes
the
looking
B.
corner now
Let's go.
to Nottingham Forest on the right hand side. Their first corner of the evening.
Fenerbahçe might do something crazy, man.
Just looking at the support options that were available, as Forest again piling forwards in numbers. And at this point, Murillo's also on the edge of the area. He's pushing forward on that left-hand side. It's just
Big
got
up to
Nottingham
everyone who's
Forest the
in,
goal.
man. Big up, big up.
He's trying to do the same kind of thing again. He's going to have an in-swinging corner from the right-hand side. Again, options in the middle. Lucas in there, Cunha's in there, Yates as well. All around the 6-yard box, putting pressure on this Fenerbahçe defence and the keeper. Over the top it goes, headed away. Up towards the halfway line, brought down by Murillo. Back out to the right-hand side. We'll have a second attempt by Yates at the cross. Brings it back instead, and Forest will bide the time instead of being urgent. Now it's with Morato. Back to his left-hand side for Hutchinson. Hutchinson finds Anderson. Into the area, Anderson goes across the middle, it goes, and again nobody's there to take the touch, but this time it's inches wide of the post. From a very acute angle, Elliot Anderson, if he'd managed to score from there, he would have very much deserved to do so, just based on the angle. The ball was curling. After making a couple of passes across the middle and nobody pouncing on them, he thought this time he'd go it alone. It'll be a goal kick for
Stop losing
Fenerbahçe.
chances, Fenerbahçe, man. In more goals.
Setia's got his centre-backs either side of him, goes across to Guendouzi, under pressure, takes us out of the 6-yard box and passes us up towards the halfway line to Aiden, out now to Demir, now with Mulder, towards the touchline, clearance away, headed down by Anderson to Yates, now Kante wins it back and now it's with Sheriff, he's outnumbered so has to go through the middle, and space here for Aiden again, it opens up on the left-hand side now for Aktakoglu. On the edge of the area, options in the middle. There's one free at the back post as well as Hutchinson slowly jogs his way back. But instead, Fenerbahçe take the time. He's back out to the left now for Demir. And now Guendouzi. Into the middle for Yüksek. For Kante. Turns on the ball inside the centre circle past Yates. Now to his left-hand side and now with Aktakoglu. Inside it goes to Aiden. Now across the middle, tackle in from Hutchinson, it's blocked back off the defender, falls back to Yüksek. Now to his right hand side, finds some space, but he's opted to keep it himself, goes to his left instead to Guendouzi, it takes him further back towards his own arm. And Nottingham Forest will move out again in unison, out left to Brown, and then Kante, up to Sheriff, now to Brown, who's continued his run down that left hand side, and space is opening up, he's chased down by Williams. It's a very strong tackle in, and away it goes by Cunha. Brown wins it back. Williams back to his feet, and again, there's still a job from Williams just to maintain possession for Nottingham Forest in a very difficult situation. Not once but twice as the clearance away, and look at this time with a trailing arm catches Guendouzi, and it's a free kick to Fenerbahçe. Luke comes away. Guendouzi just checks to ensure that he hasn't got a nosebleed as a result of the trailing arm. Just inside of Forest half will take the free kick short, gives it to Kante, it's back to Guendouzi. 26 minutes gone, Nottingham Forest 0, Fenerbahçe 1 on the night, makes it Nottingham Forest 3, Fenerbahçe 1 on aggregate. setting, headed down by Yates. Nottingham Forest again caught in possession. It's now with Williams, who gets it back immediately. Goes to Morata. Across the middle for Cunha. Murillo to his left-hand side, but instead goes through the middle for Hutchinson. And to the right-hand side for McAtee. Now dribbles through the centre. Has to get the pass back off to Dominguez, but Kante wins it back. His clearance is blocked. Williams this time, and Kante goes in for the tackle, and a free kick's given against N'Golo Kante, which he's surprised to see. The referee will have a word with him as well. Both players going with a high boot into each other's boot, just because Yates caught the ball first, and N'Golo Kante is down as having committed the foul. Anderson is the one stood over the free kick. Steps over it as Hutchinson. Cross comes in from Anderson in towards the middle. It's headed and turned behind for a corner for Nottingham Forest, and it needed to be by Yuksek. There was a sea of Nottingham Forest players making their run in towards the back post. Hutchinson will go over to take this corner from the left-hand side, as up from the back remains Morato, and Murillo's in there as well, Cunha also. Inside the 6-yard box, Yates lurking too. Towards the half-hour mark, outswinging corner by Amari. Hutchinson on its way. Races to the edge of the area for Anderson, back to Hutchinson and back to Anderson. Cross comes in, it's blocked by Kante, back up towards the halfway line, and Murillo helps us all the way back to his goalkeeper. And it's with Ortega, who's quite far out of his area, gets the ball away though before Sheriff manages to get to him. It's flicked onto Hutchinson. Hutchinson over the top for Looker into the area. And it's turned behind as it stops from going behind for a corner. No, it's not. It will be a corner to Nottingham Forest. A touch from Yuksek, and it was off target, which forced Setting Ethan to move across and try and get to the ball. It looks to be in an onside position, but Yuksek seems to have a different opinion. Played short again by Hutchinson. Anderson this time tries to go for goal immediately. It's blocked away by Kante. All the way up to Murillo, and he's chased down by Aktakoglu. He's managed to get the pass off to Ortega before Fenerbahçe's goal scorer gets to the ball, and Ortega clears the ball away up towards Kante. Now Yuksek. A bit more of a fluid football at the moment by Fenerbahçe. They seem to have really been playing much better brand, especially since going a goal up, as Guendouzi plays this down for Kante. Now Yuksek's under pressure. Back to Kante again. Tackle by Anderson. Free kick's being given by the referee for Fenerbahçe, just outside of the centre circle, taken quickly but brought back again. They'll have to have a second attempt. Played short to Kante. Out to his left-hand side for Demir. Then Brown. Inside. It goes to Kante, but it's intercepted, and away comes Elliot Anderson out to his right-hand side for McAtee. Takes this to the edge of the area, lays the ball off for Williams. Williams to the corner flag, can't get the cross in. To go back instead. He's now with Cunha. Over the top, goes direct. It's behind for a goal kick for Fenerbahçe. Been very patient from Nottingham Forest to build up so far. They've tried a couple of long balls and it's not yet seemed to work for them. Goal kick's played short to Guendouzi. left-hand side, Brown. Down the line for to Cogley. Now Demir. Played away. It's a kicked in play. The referee says it is originally, but then it's knocked behind by Williams, which gives a throw into Fenerbahçe. The ball's tiptoeing down that left-hand side. Brown plays it back now to Demir. It's clearance upfield, headed away by Cunha. Out for a throw on the left-hand side into Nottingham Forest territory. Both sides at the moment just seem to be very, very panicky. These last couple of minutes seems to be a bit more of just Route 1 football from both of these sides. There's a chance there to play the ball short, but instead Brown's just gone for a long ball over the top, and Nottingham Forest have come away with the ball, and instead of playing that short, they've gone over the top and it's given it away. But it's now with Murillo on the left-hand side. He's got Hutchinson available for support, passes the ball behind him. It's another sloppy pass by Nottingham Forest. Going to be a throw-in on the right-hand side for Fenerbahçe, as Vítor Pereira comes out and just tells his players they need to calm down slightly. Very sloppy in possession at the moment, but you can say the same for both of these sides. As the clearance away by Mulder goes out to play for a throw-in for Forest. Murillo across to take in front of the technical area. Murillo throws this down for Anderson. Anderson plays this across the middle for Cunha. Now to Williams. Now to McAtee. Again over the touchline, takes this into the area, onto his left foot, cross comes in towards the middle, flicked on, it's headed away though by Guendouzi, effort by Anderson, goes clearly behind, be a goal kick. Again, to be taken by setting out to his right-hand side for Demir. Goes towards Sheriff, headed away. Now to Yüksek, tackle with Yates, out to Murillo. Inside of his own half, Murillo's pass through the middle's controlled by Kante. Still has Sheriff for support, finds the gap, over towards Sheriff, tries to beat Morato, falls in the end to Aidin. Back to Sheriff, out to the left-hand side, it's with Brown, takes it into the area, can't get his shot away from this angle, tries to bring it back past Williams, his cross is blocked and it's gone behind again, and it's another corner for Fenerbahçe on that left-hand side. Brown goes over to the travelling supporters to urge them on, and the volume is not to be mistaken from this Fenerbahçe side. Very, very loud indeed inside the City ground. Swinging corner on its way into the edge of the area to Kante, back to Cogley. Cross comes in towards the middle, it's gone all the way through. Ortega gets there and grabs it at the second attempt. We'll slow things down though, it's just bounced all the way through. It's come off his chest originally and he's caught it on the second attempt, but I don't know how much he knew about the initial touch from his chest. Now to Hutchinson, dribbles this inside, lays the ball off. Minguez crossing towards the back post, headed across the middle, but it's gone behind by McAtee. And there'll be a goal kick now to Fenerbahçe. Tackle in on Hutchinson in. Looked always in an offside position. I'm not sure that McAtee was. The flag stayed down. Had to been a goal, we may have had a VAR check, but it's going to be a Fenerbahçe goal kick into the last 10 minutes of regular time at the end of this first half. Out to Guendouzi to the left-hand side for Brown. Back through the middle now for Yüksek. There's this upfield, but a strong tackle comes in from Anderson. It's going to be a throw-in on the left-hand side for Fenerbahçe. It's going to be taken by Nene. Been told to move back a few yards before he takes the throw-in. Slightly back to Guendouzi. Goes all the way back to his goalkeeper and passes this out to the right-hand side for Demir. With the right it goes for Aidin. So Kante, back to Aidin, but it's held up slightly. Still managed to get to the ball first. Into his own half for Demir.
Mabo 8 baby, let's wait and see, man. About the music, let's wait and see if there will be a
channel for Sheriff against Cunha. Cunha gets to the ball first. He's going to have a battle to get this away. Manages to do so anyway. Just down now though by Yüksek. Now Inside to Guendouzi. Across the middle it goes to Demir. And then Anderson. Then to Yates. Then out left to Hutchinson. Hutchinson inside to Anderson. And out to Murillo. Back to Morata. Across the middle for Cunha. Now out right to Williams. Williams back into the middle for Morata. Now out to Anderson. Now Murillo to Yates. Out to the right hand side. Cross comes in from Anderson. Just over Looker. Can't get his head on target. It's cleared away. Now with Aiden. Flicked back behind. Yuksek gets there, loses his balance, wants a free kick, he'll get one for the challenge by Dominguez.
Superstar Milo, you believe there'll be a comeback, I
I
see.
don't think he expected it coming all the way back.
Yes.
It's very harsh to give a free kick against it, looking at the replay, because he just stepped his foot
One
in the
more
way
goal
and
before
lost his balance on his own,
ends.
but the referee's seen it and given a free kick anyway.
One goal for
Guendouzi
Fenerbahçe before
across
the
the middle
first
for
half
Demir.
ends.
Back to Guendouzi, just
The
outside
comeback
of the
will
centre
come.
circle. To Kante.
Just one goal before the
Now
first
to
half
Mulder.
ends.
Now Aiden. Now Kante. Kante out to the right hand side for Aiden. On the line for Golo Kante. Challenge is made by Murillo. Balls back to Kante, heads it over the top, but Anderson gets there first. He's in a challenge at the moment with Nene. Has to go back through the middle, but it's now with Sharif. Ball across the middle goes into the side netting, and he was at a very acute angle with no support. I don't think Fenerbahçe expected Nottingham Forest to give them possession there, as Anderson, very rare mistake by Elliot Anderson, played the ball just behind Morato. No support arriving at the back post, but he didn't have the time to be able to wait for them to get there. Just trying to get a shot on target. So a goal kick played by Ortega. Out to Cunha. Led off by Looker. Back by Brown. Now inside to Yuksek. Challenge made by Yates. Wants a free kick. He's not going to get one, so he goes back in for the challenge who wins the ball back, and then he's brought down, and now it'll be a free kick to Fenerbahçe, and we'll see our first yellow card of the afternoon, and it will come to Looker, who gave away possession too cheaply in the first instance and tried to make up for it with what seemed to be a very rash challenge. Just as Yuksek was getting away with the ball. It's inside now to Yuksek from the free kick. That's blocked. It's gone all the way back to Sertin, just on the edge of his own area. This is ball away to the right hand side. Taken away by Murillo. Kante back into the area of Sharif. Chests this back to Kante, but the tackle's made by Yates. It goes Dominguez to win it. It's falling to Anderson. Out to his left hand side for Hutchinson. Hutchinson's poor pass down that left hand side. It's gifted possession to Aiden on the edge of the area. Still options available. Plays it back to Aktakoglu, who just drags it wide.
Oh my God.
From the edge of the area, but what is going on with Nottingham Forest defensively? In the last 3 minutes, they've given two very clumsy not challenges, but passes and chances away from Fenerbahçe. And it was Aiden this time making his way down. And Aktakoglu did have a man on. Nottingham Forest were back in numbers. His first time effort was just dragged all too easily wide.
Fenerbahçe is back.
Goal kick to Fenerbahçe for Nottingham Forest. Sends his players up towards the halfway line this time to take it. No short options, no inviting of the pressure. This entire first half, only one shot has gone on target. That just so happens to be the goal that we've got so far, as Aktakoglu plays this out left for Brown. Just ahead of him though, now some play goes for a throw for Nottingham Forest. I'm sure we're more than happy to take this lead into the half-time break. Come back now by Williams. And he goes all the way back to Ortega. just beside the penalty spot. Ortega to the edge of the area. Yates just ahead of him. Finds a gap here for Murillo, who's challenging with N'Golo Kante. Looks his side a free kick just by holding off the midfielder. Out to Anderson. Anderson to Hutchinson. Back to Anderson inside of Nottingham Forest half. Plays this back to Murato. There's his goalkeeper there for support. Goes all the way back to Ortega. Closed down by Sheriff. Just gets the clearance away in time. Picked on by McAtee, but won back by Brown. Now into his own half. McAtee still there applying the pressure. Dominguez wins it back. Has to go back into his own half though. On that right hand side. Dribbles this now though, and he's opened up some space. Plays it to Luka, who's felt up, took on his shirt from Guendouzi. Nothing there, says the referee. It's with Brown. Pass inside to Kante. Now Guendouzi on the edge of the area. Clears away down the right hand side under pressure. Throw down by Nene. Now to his left hand side for Brown. And with plenty of space to move into the opposition half. He's now got Aiden making himself available. Brown gives him the ball across the middle to Aktikoglu, cleared away in the end by Anderson. Out to the right hand side for McAtee, who beats his man and goes down. Wants a free kick, throwing given to Fenerbahçe instead. Taken by Brown, throws this to Yüksek. Across the middle it goes, now to Guendouzi. Now Demir. Into the middle for Kante. Now Yüksek. To Guendouzi. Guendouzi out to his left hand side, has support, instead goes through the middle and it's forced back again into Fenerbahçe's half with Yüksek. It just seems like at the moment Nottingham Forest just slowing things down, just trying to stay in a very tight formation. They've just caught offside as well, so a free kick to Nottingham Forest as the pass to Kante was in an offside position. We'll have this from just outside of the goalkeeper's area by about 7 or 8 yards. The referee's just telling Ortega they used to hurry up with the free kick, so instead he's rolled this down to Anderson, who plays it back to Ortega. Chips out to his left now for Murillo, brings this ball down with plenty of time and space. To the middle now for Yates. Yates didn't have the same time and space, but as the challenge comes in, it's come off of Hutchinson. It's going to be a throw into Fenerbahçe on the right hand side. A bit more urgency from the visitors now, just to try and see things through. Try and get themselves an extra goal perhaps just before half time. It makes things very different when you've only got a goal deficit there to try and make up as a long throw down that right hand side. It seemed to go quite the distance that Fenerbahçe expected it to, and it's now with Anderson. Pass inside now to Luka. To get across the middle, but he's challenged. Now Aiden. To Yüksek. Out to the left hand side. Well intercepted there by Cunha. And Brown gets there first. And Brown's going to be chasing down that left hand side. Cunha's going to get there ahead of him, as is McAtee. McAtee plays all the way back to Ortega just outside the 6-yard box. His pass goes out to Williams. Then to Cunha, but it's dispossessed. And now with Kante. Back out to Brown. And Yüksek, we've got 4 minutes of added time at the end of this first half, perhaps due to the incident we had at the very beginning of the game with a flare making its way onto the field, and of course the game being stopped in the opening 20 seconds. That's with Kante, outside of the centre circle, over the top. And it goes now to Aktikoglu, under pressure, lays this ball behind him. It's with Sheriff, his efforts blocked by the Chester this time around. It's a lovely ball by Kante. Well read by Aktikoglu, lovely little back heel for Sheriff. His effort just went across the left-hand side of the goalkeeper. Instead of throwing his hands at it, it took a deflection and it just came off the chest of Stefan Ortega. When he was at Manchester City, he tended to use his chest for a lot of those saves. Didn't feel comfortable when the ball was going low just to get to the ball with his hands. As long as he diverts it away and he carries it into a different area. To Ortega. Waits for any pressure. He's happy to do so. He takes it to the edge of his own area. It goes to Murillo, but it's over him. It's going to be a throw in now to Fenerbahçe. See if they can get themselves that second goal before the break. Towards the halfway point of added time. It goes down to Seti. Away by Morato. Brought down by Dominguez. It's all caught up with Anderson. And to his left-hand side here for Hutchinson. Goes it back to Murillo again. Now into his own half for Morato. Through the middle for Anderson. To his right for Yates. And further over to his right for Williams. Now McAtee. Williams makes the overlapping run. Still with McAtee on the edge of the area. Decides not to put the cross into the box. Plays it back to Yates instead. Now to McAtee. Now Williams. And Yates back into his own half for Morato. He's had to drop back 5 yards to get to the ball, but he's unchallenged in space. Sheriff then will close him down as he passes this directly through the middle. Gets all the way through for Dominguez. Out to McAtee. On the edge of the area. First cross is blocked. Away comes Brown with the ball. Looks for many different options. Can't find one that he wants to go with. So waits for the run to be made, and in the end switches this out to his right-hand side, and it's just ahead of Aiden. And it'll be a throw-in on that left-hand side for Nottingham Forest. We've got players warming up for Nottingham Forest. Perhaps we're going to see any of those into the second half. The top goal scorer in the competition, Igor Jesus, is one of those warming up. Not had much luck in terms of game time for Nottingham Forest in the Premier League, but when he's been called upon in the Europa League so far this season, he's been very clinical. 7 goals and an assist so far this season's competition. And with the yellow card already for Luca, it's how long will it be left? Might be a change expected at half-time, just a bit more energy in that final third as well. Murillo now out to Dominguez. Now Hutchinson behind the byline. Cross comes in towards the middle. It's evaded everybody. Brown's not going to get there before that goes out to play. And it will be a throw-in just as we get to the 4-minute mark. And right on cue, Maurizio Mariani has blown the half-time whistle. It has not been the greatest of first halves. You could say for either of these sides. Fenerbahçe have been very composed in trying to build the ball up. They've been very patient in trying to create these chances. They've been struggling, though, to break this Nottingham Forest side down. That was, however, until they've made multiple changes within themselves. Multiple errors within themselves defensively, and it's led to chances for the visitors. It's given them a new breed of confidence heading in towards this second half. A big fight on for the next 45 minutes. At half-time in the City Ground, though, it's not...
Nottingham 1, Nottingham 0, Fenerbahçe 1. Easy. Let's wait for the second half and see if Fenerbahçe is going to come back and win. They need just 2 goals. Then from there we go to the extra time. Maybe they're gonna get a win. Big up to everyone who is in, man. Big up to Sharon. Big up to Superstar Milo, man. Let's go. Let's wait for the second half. To the Beamer boy. A comeback. I'm smelling a comeback, man. Just hold your horses. Everyone who is watching, make sure to vote. I can see 13 votes are in. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Let your boy hit 10K, 100K. Man, let's go. Let's do this. Let's wait for the second half and see. The way Nottingham they are defending, man, I'm saying they're gonna mess up, man. The more you defend, the more you get defeated. That's the rule. But anyway, let's wait for the second half, my good people. Let's wait for the second half. Big up to everyone who's in. Big up. I hope if you're watching right now, you have already voted. If not, man, make sure to vote. And don't forget to, to like the stream and subscribe, man. Let's go. Who is in? Big up. Vote my boy A to the B. Are you in, man? Superstar Milo, are you there? No, I need a moderator, man, to do this. I need a moderator. God damn. Anyway, my good people, it has been a good first half, man. Fenerbahçe, let's go. Come on, Fenerbahçe. I need you to win, man. It's easy. It's possible. Let's go. They are looking, they want this. They want this Europa League, the way they have played. Let's wait for the second half. In a minute, I'm gonna share with you, the first half stats. Okay, I'm gonna share with you the first half stats right about now. Okay, I'm gonna share with you the stats. But before I do that, make sure to vote, man. Make sure to vote. Make sure to vote. Make sure to vote. Give me a minute. Let me check on some. I wanna know how other games are going on. Two goals for Fenerbahçe for them to compete for this. Earlier today, Lille qualified. Celtic, we are sorry, man. See you in the next. Bologna with Brand right now, they are 0-0. Celta Vigo versus PAOK 0-0. Genk versus Dynamo Zagreb. Dynamo Zagreb is leading 1 goal at the first half. And not forgetting, Fenerbahçe right about now is 1 goal ahead. Can they score 2 goals in the second half and proceed to the extra time to see who's gonna win this match? And I want Fenerbahçe to qualify, man. I don't know why. Am I hating Nottingham Forest? Low key, I don't know, man. If you're watching right now, make sure to vote. I wanna see which team are you supporting. I can see, yes, it's at 80%. Those are Nottingham Forest fans, 80%. No at 20%. If you are watching, make sure to vote. If you have voted and you haven't subscribed, man, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button. Let's go. For you to enjoy every day stream, man, do yourself a favor, man. Subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that you get to enjoy my everyday live stream here on this channel, Pankey IBFLB. You don't wanna miss out, man. You don't wanna miss out. Okay? Yeah. Let me go to the stats for the first half. But to be honest, Nottingham Forest, they were defending in this first half. And that's a big mistake. If you are playing with a big team, please stop. Stop defending, man. Stop defending and play. Because if you keep on defending, the opponent will come back and will destroy you. Let me go to the stats for the first half. Stats. Ball possession, Nottingham Forest is leading with 51%, while Fenerbahçe is at 49%. All right. We go to the total shots in the first half. Like I said, Fenerbahçe, they are leading on the total shots. 6 shots for Fenerbahçe and 4 for Nottingham Forest. That shows that Fenerbahçe, they are really fighting to defeat Nottingham Forest. But the big question is, will they manage to score 2 goals in the second half to give them a chance to, compete now? Because right now the aggregate is 3 goals for Nottingham Forest and 1 for Fenerbahçe. Will they come back, score 2 goals to get them the 3-3 aggregate? And from there, we proceed to the extra time. And if they are serious, they're gonna win this match. Okay? That's my thought, though. I'm not an expert, but that's my thought. And I'm supporting Fenerbahçe to the core tonight. Although they have missed some big chances, like in the first half, from the starts, Nottingham Forest, they had 2 big chances, of which one was a goal, another one they lost it. That was a clear goal, but I don't know. I don't know what's happening with some players, man. Sometimes I don't know, man. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Shots on target, Nottingham Forest have 0 shots on target. Can you believe it? Nottingham Forest has 0 shots on target in the first half. Crazy, man, crazy. But big up to the Fenerbahçe because they are showing they have a good defense and they are ready to win this match. Because for them, they have 2 shots on target. One resulted to a big goal. Yeah. And right now they have a deficit of 2 goals. For them to be equal, then we proceed the extra time. The strong to win. The strong to win. Okay, for the corner kicks in the first half, total of 5 corner kicks. Nottingham Forest had 3 corner kicks, while Fenerbahçe had 2 corner kicks. When it comes to yellow card, Nottingham Forest has been awarded a yellow card. But for Fenerbahçe, they are playing a calm match. Calm football, man. So that makes them to have 0 yellow cards in the first half. For the passes accuracy, unfortunately, Nottingham Forest, EPL teams, they know how to play, man. But today I'm not supporting Nottingham Forest. But I know Nottingham Forest, they are better. They are better than Fenerbahçe in some way, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is. It is what it is. What else? What else should I? Touches in opposition box. I can see Forest is leading with 13 touches in the opposition box. Wow, big up to them, man. And 11 for Fenerbahçe. Fenerbahçe, man. That name is kind of challenging, but go with what it is. Fenerbahçe. Free kicks. When it comes to free kicks, I can see Fenerbahçe is leading with 7 free kicks. Big up, man. And 5 free kicks for Nottingham Nottingham Forest. I'm waiting to see Igor Jesus to come in. When the first half was, was going to an end, I saw him, warming up before the second half. So I think Fenerbahce, if they are not no good at defending, Igor Jesus is a dangerous striker. Okay. For the long passes, unfortunately, again, Nottingham Forest is leading with 46% when it comes to long passes accuracy. Big up. Big up to them. Don't know why my eyes are itchy. Falls. Let's get to the falls, man. How many minutes? I don't want to, talk too much and forget that this. I can see Nottingham Forest is leading with 7 falls. Nice. While Fenerbahce has 5 falls in the first half. From the tackles accuracy, again, Nottingham Forest is at the top with 56%, while Fenerbahce has 50% tackles accuracy. Duels won. There is a tie there for the duels won, 31 for Nottingham and 31 for Fenerbahce. When it comes to clearances, now here is a big thing. To be honest, Ortega, the goalkeeper for Nottingham Forest, he has done a good job for 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 Nottingham Forest. He has made big saves, like 2 saves if I'm not wrong, big ones, 2 big saves in the first half. That could have led Fenerbahce to be, 3 goals at the first half. Yeah, like I said, when it comes to goalkeeper saves, Nottingham Forest has 2 goalkeeper saves while Fenerbahce 0 saves because they are attacking, they are not defending. Nottingham Forest right now they are defending. They are defending the 3 goals they scored in the first leg, of which if they keep on playing like they have played in the first half, sure, Fenerbahce is gonna win this match because it only needs if Fenerbahce scores 1 goal at the onset of the second half, I'm pretty sure they'll push out and score another goal and they will equalize the score, the aggregate score. That's 3-3. And that's where magic will begin. N'Golo Kante, do something for your team, please. I can see 16 votes are in, man. Thank you for people who are in right now. Big up. Thank you for voting, man. I can see yes is at 75%, no at 25%. That means Nottingham Forest fans are in, man. All right, I see you. Let's wait and see. Also, if you are watching right now, please take a second and hit that subscribe button. Just 1 minute, just 1 second. Hit that subscribe button. Let your boy hit 10,000 subscriber, 100,000, 1 million. Anyway, I don't want to go too much on that. The second half is in. The second half is in, my good people. Let me put on live commentary so we get to enjoy the match together. The second half is in. Let me put up a live comment. Say something in the chat. We get to interact, my good people. I don't know why. Always my network
Way
is
in
misbehaving.
Nottingham.
Here we go now.
Nottingham Forest 0, Fenerbahçe 1, which means on aggregate, Nottingham Forest lead by 3 goals to 1, and they are making plenty of changes as we get things underway for the second half. 4 changes coming in the way of Nottingham Forest, but we'll come to a halt because as Fenerbahçe have got things underway for us, out to the right-hand side, the ball's gone over towards the substitute Semedo, who's brought it back in towards Aktakoglu. His first touch is beating Cunha, but then he's gone down inside the area, and the referee's pointed to the spot and given a penalty as the knees have collided. So it's a penalty for Fenerbahçe early on. Just got the first touch to beat his marker. The foot didn't touch. It looked like, if anything, it was a collision of the knees. So the decision by Maurizio Mariani was to give a penalty. We'll see if VAR are going to have an intervention there, but that's just a minute into the second half. Nottingham Forest have made 4 of the 5 available substitutions at the break. There's been 1 change for Fenerbahçe. So whilst VAR have that penalty check, I'll just let you know of those changes. So Callum Hudson-Odoi, Aina, Igor Jesus and Sangari are all on. McAtee, Murillo, Luca and Yates are off. So the check is over for VAR, which means it is a penalty for Fenerbahçe and a chance for Aktakoglu to get his second of the game. And a chance to really make this second 45 very interesting.
And that makes them 2 goals.
Oh
my
and a second goal of the afternoon for Fenerbahçe.
Let's
On the
go.
whistle of the referees, VAR and Marco De Bello has had a look over things and says that the referee's decision was correct. I would have to agree that it's the right decision to have given a penalty while the feet didn't collide, the knees did. Aktakoglu steps up to take the penalty, sends Ortega the wrong way. And it's 2-0 to Fenerbahçe on the night. It's 3-2 on aggregate.
Yes, Fenerbahçe, let's
Rushes
go.
straight back to the halfway line with the ball.
1 goal remaining.
No mistake from the spot for an already confident Aktakoglu, who could have had another goal in the first half, so could have got his hat-trick by this goal. But the main thing is, for Fenerbahçe, is that the ball has wrestled the back of the net, and in the early stages of this second half, Fenerbahçe have got exactly what they needed to make this next 44 minutes extremely interesting, and the supporters at this time weren't behind the goal when the goal was scored, and now in loud voice getting behind their side. There's change for Fenerbahçe at half-time, with Nene off, Nelson Semedo on. So Semedo will likely drop in at that right-back position, which is exactly where he's got the ball from now. Goes up towards Aktakoglu, who's still more into a central role. There's like a second striker alongside Sherry. And now it's back to Demir. Out to the right-hand side, Mulder. He's played it inside for Kante. He's going to chase down the right-hand side, but it's just ahead of him. And now be throwing to Nottingham Forest on their left-hand side. Going taken by the substitute Sangari, who's all the way through in the end to his goalkeeper in setting, just outside of the 6-yard box. To his left-hand side, he's got Guendouzi. In all 26 games where Fenerbahçe have been trailing at the end of the first leg, they've not gone on to win the game or qualify from the round. Now with Cunha, Hutchinson. Through the middle, Cunha takes it off him into the area, a chance here, well saved, it falls back and he's just wide in the end by Dominguez. Goal kick to Fenerbahçe. That's the first shot on target in this entire game in the end for Nottingham Forest. He managed to latch onto the end of a misplaced touch by N'Golo Kante, which led him through on goal. Saved well by the visitors' goalkeeper, and that was the chance for Nottingham Forest to restore that 2-goal advantage. That was with Guendouzi from a short goal kick to Yuksak. Back to Chetin. First time clearance upfield. Headed on by Sheriff. Brought down though by Sangare. Through the middle for Anderson. Anderson inside the centre circle. Free kick given for Fenerbahçe for a handball. Taken quickly to Sheriff. To go back into his own half though. Now with Mulder. He's over to the left hand side. Brown's moved further upfield. Nice with Yuksak. Now Guendouzi. through the middle. Down to Semedo. Down that right-hand side, slight tackle comes in from Morato, and it will be a throw-in on the right-hand side inside of Nottingham Forest half for Fenerbahçe. Semedo comes into the opposition half to take. There are 40 minutes left for Nottingham Forest to hold on, and based on how the first half went and the second half seems to have started, they'll be very much up against it as that pass is taking a deflection away from N'Golo Kante, but he's covered well and wins it back. It's inside now for Aiden. Aiden back out to Semedo, can't keep it in play, and the throw-in's being given in favour of Nottingham Forest. That's on that left-hand side. Taken by Pankey. Sangare. It's the middle now for Morata. Again now to Hutchinson. First touch gets it away from Dominguez through the middle. Turns on the ball is Igor Jesus. Out to his right hand side. He's got support. Finds Aina in support. Across the middle it goes. It's just ahead of his target. It's gone all the way through and out of play for a goal kick. Almost onto the end of it was Callum Hudson-Odoi. Substitutes combining almost then as Igor Jesus played the ball out for Aina, who's making an excellent run from that right hand side. So the way that Forest have approached this, they've got Aina on the right hand side, Cunha and Morato stay as the centre backs, with Williams reverting back to his left back position where he's more natural, and Sangare playing just in front where Yates were alongside Anderson. And then it's Dominguez, Hudson-Odoi and Igor Jesus as the remainder. Amari Hutchinson there as well. Now to Dominguez, can turn on the ball in space. It's on the side of his own half though, out to his left hand side for Morata. Wide left with Hudson-Odoi. Just into the edge of the area, plays it across to Anderson. One ball gets into Aina, just on the edge of the area, lines up an effort, sends it inside to Amari Hutchinson. Aina then comes back to support, still on the edge of the area currently. Now Dominguez, now to Hutchinson. Side to Dominguez again, and now back to Hutchinson, back towards his own half. Now with Cunha. Back to Morato and back to Cunha. Goes wide right to Dominguez. To the edge of the area, drilled across the middle, finds his target in Anderson. Now one further over for Hudson-Odoi. Brings this back, lines up effort, just wide, goal kick in the end to Fenerbahçe. Despite the arguments coming from Williams, the ball was spinning wide, but he felt that maybe it took a touch on its way through and it should have been a corner. Goal kick taken short to Guendouzi. And to the left hand side now to Brown, under pressure from Aina. Comes away with the ball and he's tripped on the edge of his own area. Free kick down to Fenerbahçe. And back to his feet. It's almost like a setup of three centre backs at the moment now for visitors. Guendouzi plays this across to Kante. Now across the middle to Demir. To the right hand side, Semedo. Side to Kante, back to Semedo. Inside to Sheriff, who's tripped, free kick given. And into the gap. Sheriff's managed to find his run through the middle. He's up against Cunha though, who's regained ground well. He's being support. Cunha wins it back, and then it's taken back off him from Sheriff, who's gone down on the edge of the area. Wants a free kick, it's not given. Yuksek then has a shot, it's deflected into the arms of Ortega, who rolls this out in the middle. Hutchinson's going to chase, but he's never going to get there first. It's gone all the way through to the goalkeeper. Guendouzi behind him, and it'll be a throw down to Nottingham Forest on the right hand side as Aina comes across to take. So his left hand side he's got Cunha for support. Further support to his right, plays this short down to Anderson. Gets the ball immediately back from him, pass through the middle, finds space here for Morata. Out to his left hand side for Williams. Nottingham Forest have switched the ball over. Now to Hudson-Odoi on the edge of the area. A couple of step overs and brings it inside, back to Williams. As Anderson alongside him for support. And the left hand side for Hudson-Odoi, he can't get his cross in, it's blocked. It's gone behind for the Nottingham Forest corner. He's taken a touch off the corner flag as well. Third corner of the evening for Nottingham Forest. Swinging corner on its way, Malia Anderson. Towards the middle, caught and challenged by Chetin, who's looking for a quick outlet to try and launch a counter-attack, but Igor Jesus is immediately on the goalkeeper to stop that. Stand out to Brown. Brown's ball down the line. It's going to be chased here by Sheriff. He's managed to get there ahead of Ortega, but his touch is too heavy, and it's going to be a throw in by the corner flag for Nottingham Forest. And Ortega, as risky as that was, the result that he wanted out of it, could have been so much worse for Forest with the goalkeeper taking such a gamble. Now he's down inside the 6-yard box. Some pain, so the referee will go across to just check on him. Not sure if this is a to try and waste a bit of time, but we've got goalkeepers on the bench warming up. Anything does happen, we've got Angus Gunn and Kieran Willows if needed for Nottingham Forest. May need to do this final substitution on the goalkeeper change. It's still the one deep one we might like to utilise the chance of if they need to get themselves a goal in a more attacking situation. Nottingham Forest will be hoping it's nothing too serious. Ortega is now back to his feet and he seems to be able to continue. And it's on the right hand side now. Aina will take this throw in. Has to work the line with the throw in. Back into a dangerous position. Cunha gets there first. His pass up towards Dominguez has taken a touch off the referee. It would be a drop ball for the referee for Nottingham Forest, who's diverted it into the path of Fenerbahçe in a very dangerous position. The ball now for Cunha. To the right hand side for Aina. Back inside to Cunha on the edge of the area. In the middle for Sangare. Out to the left hand side now. So plays this to Williams. Given the armband since Yates went off at the half-time point. Now to Cunha. Out right to Aina. Inside now, Sangare. Towards the halfway line. His pass has taken a touch and it only goes towards Aina. A couple of step-overs takes him out to the right-hand side. It's with Dominguez. Can he keep it in play? No, he can't. It'll be a throw into Fenerbahçe on their left-hand side around the halfway line. Taken by Brown to his right hand side. Mulder for support. Instead throws it down the line. First touch comes off of Antikoglu though, and out of play for a throw in. Able to draw across the take. We get him just in front of the technical area. His manager was currently still over the top, flicked on. Igor Jesus Orange is going to chase this down. Guendouzi plays it all the way back to his goalkeeper, and away goes by Chetin up towards the halfway line. We're down under pressure there from Yusek. Kept in play in the end by Brown. Over the top it goes all the way through to Ortega, and then the flag goes up saying it wasn't kept in play, so it will be a throw-in. As Fenerbahçe prepared for another change. It's going to be Merkin coming on in just a moment's time. haven't got quite as many substitutes available at their disposal through injuries. Now he plays this back from Morata, now to Williams. Down the left-hand side for Hudson-Odoi. Has to beat his man, but instead puts his foot on the ball to hold things up now. Anderson crossing towards the middle, played it the first time of asking, up towards the halfway line again. Away comes Yuksek. His pass is blocked by Aina. And now with Anderson to his right-hand side, Amari Hutchinson takes this into the area, beats his man, cross comes in towards the back post, evaded everybody, and Semedo's going to chase this down, but Hudson-Odoi will get there first, and Nottingham Forest maintain possession inside of Fenerbahçe's half. We've reached the hour mark in the game now. Aggregate score is Nottingham Forest 3, Fenerbahçe 2. Now to Amari Hutchinson. Dribbles this inside onto his left foot, lines up an effort, is blocked. Falls back to Anderson. Cross to Aina. It's a short pass, but Aina gets there first, and it's one to N'Golo Kante. And away come this time Fenerbahçe up towards the halfway, and out to the right-hand side with Aina. His pass is dispossessed. Semedo then wins it back. Through the middle, first touch holds us up by Shank. Back to the edge of his own area with Guendouzi. Across to Demir. And now to Brown. Brown down the line on that left-hand side, but Cunha gets there first. Intercepts the ball and gives it to Aina, who's pushed in the back by Brown. Free kick now in Fenerbahçe's half on the right-hand side for Nottingham Forest. And now we will see that change for Fenerbahçe. It is their second. It's going to be Marco Asensio coming on right now for Kroger's Aiden. Many experienced players in European competitions playing for Fenerbahçe, not just Marco Asensio and Nelson Semedo, but of course the likes of N'Golo Kante we already know about, and then the players that miss it through injury, Edison, Skriniar, both had success. Fred as well in this competition, if not the Champions League in their careers. So plenty of experience, not necessarily at the disposal through injuries at the moment for Fenerbahçe, but if they can make it through this stage, get themselves something out of this game against Nottingham Forest. The game is there for the taking. Forest are struggling to build any momentum at the moment. Now with Sangare, lays this ball off for Murato just on the edge of the area. And then back inside for Sangare on the edge of his own area across to the right-hand side. And Kodmu closes this down and gets a touch on the clearance. It's headed down by Kante. Now for Asensio, out to the right-hand side for Semedo. Leads out to Hudson-Odoi. It's all the way through to Elliot Anderson inside of his own half. Out to Williams. Makes the pass inside and continues to run down the left-hand side. Through the middle it goes now. Finds some space for Igor Jesus. Now to Amari Hutchinson. Down the left-hand side. It's well read by Brown, who goes down inside of the area. As Nottingham Forest continue through. And a free kick has been given in favour of Fenerbahçe. Ball go down, and you'll likely win yourself a free kick for it. And that's exactly what's happened. And Amari Hutchinson hasn't actually made any contact with Brown. He's not complained about it, so credit to Hutchinson for just stepping away from the situation. But usually if there's contact, you can see a free kick given. The referee should be aware of it. But this time there was no contact and a free kick anyway. Now Murato across the middle. A player down at the moment for Fenerbahçe, but Nottingham Forest are continuing down the left-hand side. Now with Elliot Anderson. To the middle for Murato as the referee now pulls things to a stop, and it is the goal scorer for Fenerbahçe this evening. It's Kerem Koglu that's down. He's holding onto his knee. He went in for a challenge with Aina, and it looked like it was one of those very difficult challenges to go into. Whoever came out of it, it's a very strong challenge, and it looked like his knee may have got twisted when he's done just that. Looking at the goal, we got his penalty at the beginning of this second half. Just to mention that Panathinaikos, Lille, Stuttgart all went through in the earlier games. Bologna are winning by a goal to nil against Brann currently, which gives them a 2-goal advantage. Of course, winning 1-0 in the first leg. Celta Vigo are 1-0 up against Pankey, 1-2-1 in the first leg. Game group against Dinamo Zagreb, which makes it 3-3 in aggregate there. At the moment, Nottingham Forest still Fenerbahçe 2 here, makes it 3-2 to Nottingham Forest. on aggregate. Continue with Nottingham Forest in possession now to Gunnar. To Aina on the right hand side. Now to Dominguez. Further right to Hutchinson. Dribbles this inside and plays it across the middle for Morata. Inside the centre circle. Beat that through for Anderson, but again the tackle's made and out it goes to Hudson-Odoi. By the touchline, tries to beat his man cross, comes in towards the back post. Dominguez is making the run now. It's gone over the goal and behind for a goal kick first. Frustration from Hudson-Odoi. He's got the run on the right back, but he can't seem to do anything with the ball as it takes it by the byline. Stefan Ortega's just instructing where he wants the defenders of his side at the moment. Anderson's still warming up just in case he is required. Back up to Stefan Ortega. Goal kick's taken then. Going down by Dominguez, has gone down holding onto his head. Back to Aina. Down the right hand side for Hutchinson as Nottingham Forest continue playing, but I think at one point Fenerbahçe thought of stopping. Aina now plays this behind Hudson-Odoi, who's going to try and keep him in play and does, but it's very close. Checks now at Dominguez is back to his feet, but Nottingham Forest continued playing. The referee allowed him to do so while he was down on the floor, holding onto his head. And I always thought that the rule that was set in place for referees to follow is that if a player's down with a head injury, you stop the game immediately and you check that everything's okay. But thankfully Dominguez has got back to his feet and he's fine. That's beside the point, isn't it? For Williams. Possible now for Sangare, inside of the centre circle, out to the right hand side for Dominguez. Hutchinson moves through the centre, now for Aina, on the edge of the area, holds up the cross. Now closed down by Brown, and stays down even still now. Cross over towards the back post, brought down by Hudson-Odoi inside the area. Tries to beat his man, sends it goalwards, and it's gone all the way through. And if Aina is in an onside position, which we will likely have a VAR check for, Nottingham Forest have restored their advantage, and the substitution that was made at half-time has certainly worked, because Aina making those runs down the right-hand side has overpowered the Fenerbahçe defence. They've really been struggling with being outnumbered on that side. It was only a matter of time before one of those crosses really caused any real danger. And Aina's cross over to the back post. Just going to look now to see if he is in an onside position. Oh, he certainly is. Guendouzi stood on the edge of the area, so immediately the arm's got up there from Mulder, who thought he was in an offside position, and if everyone was in line with Mulder, he would have been offside and this goal wouldn't stand. But Guendouzi sat a little deeper on the edge of the area, and it caused all sorts of problems, and it's cost them ultimately a goal. But Hudson-Odoi, who I mentioned just a moment ago, seemed to have the run on Semedo on that left-hand side, has done it just again, played it across the face of goal into the far corner, past Chetin, who hasn't had too much to do in the game so far. He's perhaps made a couple of saves, but not too much. He's now conceded, and it is Nottingham Forest 4, Fenerbahçe 2 on aggregate, 2-1 on the night. As Fenerbahçe have worked so hard to get themselves into the game, it looks like it's started to fall behind again as we reach the 70th minute of this game. The Nottingham Forest home supporters appear to have found their voice once again.
Oh my God.
Straight from kick-off. Back to the left-hand side for Brown, inside to Yuksuk. Now back to Mulder. And Guendouzi. Through the middle that goes all the way through to Williams. Could win the second challenge though, and Kante comes away with it now to Asensio. Semedo to his right-hand side for support. And he'll take his time to get across, and eventually does. It takes it deflection on its way through. Given away still though by Morata. Won by Igor Jesus. Kante's challenge gets the ball out to the right hand side. Semedo's cross comes in. First touch by Aktikoglu, can't direct it on target. And it goes behind for a Nottingham Forest goal kick. And they're back to just taking the time slightly with the ball. In fact, the corner's been given by the referee. So that was a goal kick, but a second corner of the afternoon for Fenerbahçe. Asensio will go across to take this from the right-hand side. It'll be an in-swinging corner with his favoured left foot. Plays come from the back. Immediate response here needed by Fenerbahçe towards the near post. Takes a touch and eventually punted away by Cunha towards Nelson Semedo. Back over to the right hand side, headed away by Hutchinson. Brought down by Jesus. Back to Hutchinson again. Switched over to the right hand side. Dominguez is going to be in a race here with Guendouzi to get there. Guendouzi will try and shield it out and play for a throw in. It does just that. Considered playing the ball back to his goalkeeper, but thought better of it as Guendouzi throws it all the way back to Chetim. Now through the middle for N'Golo Kante. Substitute for Sheriff. Nacho gets the challenge in there, and out to play goes for a throw in. Ball got stopped to play. Chicks. Sheriff, and everything's okay. We are good to go again. Play back through the middle for Morata. To the left now from Williams. Inside from Anderson. It's a creative goal. It goes to Cunha. To Anderson, which is out to Kante. Across the middle. Controlled by Yuxek. Hands on more for Semedo. Asensio's in the box. Cross goes in towards him. Ended away to the edge of the area. Brought down by Jesus for Sangare. Outright to Hutchinson. Lets the ball come to him. He's got time to do so. Puts it back inside though and looks for an option. Over the top to Jesus. Cleared away. But it's going to the path of Aina. If he chooses to keep it in, he does. He actually takes a touch off of his knee. Goes out to play for a throw-in. So he could let it go for a throw-in anyway. Instead, tries to control the ball and it's given the opposition a throw-in. Taken by Brown, throws it down to Kante. Ball out left. Koglu lets this run across his body. When he gets there, his clearance has come off of his shin and back to Koglu, and it'll be a throw-in for Nottingham Forest on that right-hand side. They needed to take the throw-in. Middle it goes, and out to the left hand side for Williams, now for Anderson. And Hudson Odoi, back to Anderson. Another again, spreads it out right this time for Aina. Now into the opposition half. Now Anderson, back to Aina. And Dominguez. And Aina.
Dominguez.
Really slowing things down at the moment. At all. Get the ball into the opposition half and risk any sort of loss of possession. 3 shots on target in this entire game, and they've managed to find a breakthrough. Now Anderson, back inside for Hudson Odoi, now to Jesus, out to the left hand side for Williams on the edge of the area. And plenty of space will take us into the area, get his cross in, it's blocked. Semedo tries to get there, Williams still comes away with the ball. The outstretched foot of Demir turns the ball away. Hutchinson on the edge of the area, now Anderson, now Williams. He goes to Morata, inside for Williams. Hudson Odoi, back to Williams. Now Dominguez. Pass goes directly to Asensio, gives it to Kante. Kante tries to beat his man, but in comes Cunha. Now Anderson, and that's where he's in. So again, Nottingham Forest, which is a lost possession. Winning back almost immediately. Just taking Marshall, they seem comfortable with Nottingham Forest in possession. They're not causing any issues really, they're just allowing off of Morata. Right to Aina. To the middle now. Sangara. Brings this out to the left hand side for Williams. Williams for Hudson Odoi. Takes us to the edge of the area. Side to Anderson. Anderson takes his time. Second attempt across. Blocked. Falls to Hudson Odoi. Sends it goal. Wedges it just wide. So they are still trying to get themselves an extra goal. Just a clear effort from Hudson early, the last little bit of finesse aim towards the far corner. He found it wide. 15 minutes left to go, and now we will see the change of Merkin coming on. So 2 changes on the way for Fenerbahçe. Kichi is going to be the other one that is coming on, so Merkin and the Kichi are the 2 coming on. We'll see who it is that is leaving the field. Sharif is the first one, sneaky Sharif. Some problems for the Nottingham Forest defence. Not always with the desired outcome. That's a goal kick, and he's played short to Guendouzi. Towards the halfway line. Guendouzi now through the middle to Asensio. First it beats his man out to the left hand side. Merkin. Merkin into the opposition half, now through the middle. Maybe chased down by Koglu, and away it goes by Cunha. Brought down by Yuksek. Can't keep hold of possession for long because it comes away with Igor Jesus. His switch of the pass is blocked by N'Golo Kante. Now it's with Yuksek again. Over right to Koglu. On the edge of the area. Can't get his shot away. Tries twice. Blocked again, this time by Williams. And it's up to clear the ball away as well. Now with Asensio. Through the middle. Back to Koglu. It's nearly ricocheted back in favour of Asensio, but it's cleared away by Forest. Seems all panicky at the moment by Nottingham Forest defensively. Just making sure they are clearing their lines, and Fenerbahçe on the other hand just trying to, by all means, try and find their way through. Kichi. Merkin. And Yuksek. Towards Guendouzi at the centre circle. So the second change to tell you about was Akichi for Sheriff. First was Merkin for Brown. Merkin just continues down the left hand side with a bit more of an attacking responsibility than what Brown did. Into the final 10 minutes of regular time at the end of this game. We'll wait for Nottingham Forest to do with Vítor Pereira just looking on at the moment.
Guendouzi.
Inside of the centre circle. To his right hand side for Semedo. Semedo back inside for Guendouzi. Now for Yuksek. Sangare wins it back. Hutchinson through the middle for Jesus. Jesus beats his man. A chance for Igor Jesus. It's saved well by the keeper. And away comes Asensio with the ball. Out to his left hand side. With Demir. Now for Merkin. There's a player down.
Fenerbahçe, come on.
It's another save by Chetin that could have resulted in the game being over here. But Igor Jesus, the top goal scorer in the Europa League this season, 7 goals in 7 games. He's got an assist as well. We expect him to perhaps have scored from a one-on-one situation, bearing down on goal, but Guendouzi closed the angle enough for him to make it very difficult, and Chetin did the rest. Coming taken. Merkin back to Guendouzi. To Merkin, who goes through the middle for Kichi to chase. One by Cunha, now to Sangare, through the middle for Elliot Anderson, can't control, and it's now with Kante. So out to Koglu, as his effort at goal, it's blocked, and away it goes by Murato up towards the halfway line. Now Jesus gives possession back to Fenerbahçe, but it's won back by Anderson. Now to Jesus, to Sangare, now Anderson, challenge comes in. Anderson comes away with the ball again now to Sangare. To his right hand side finds Aina. Aina now to Hutchinson by the touchline. Switch through the middle. Jesus first ball over the top, and it's going to go all the way through to Chetin. Comes to meet it at the edge of the area. Plays it out to Guendouzi. Towards the halfway line. Guendouzi out to his right. Semedo. And by Forest playing back to Guendouzi. It's a middle for Asensio. It feels like Fenerbahçe, when Nottingham Forest had that brief spell in full possession, just trying to waste a bit more time. But to that point, all Fenerbahçe were doing was just biding their time until these changes were made, and now they're giving the last roll of the dice. And Nottingham Forest, as Pankey plays this up through the middle. Cunha gets there, plays it back to his keeper. Ortega on the edge of the 6-yard box. Chips it out to the right-hand side. Hutchinson gets there first. Yusek then wins it from him. Goes back to Mulder. And now Pankey. Great pass to find out to Koglu on the edge of the area. Has support available, takes it into the area, but again, away comes Cunha with the ball. Referee waves away a penalty, but to his credit, Koglu didn't look like he was searching for a penalty. Free kick's now being given to Nottingham Forest by the touchline on the right-hand side as Amori Hutchinson is tripped, heading back in towards his own half by Mulder. 82 minutes on the clock. It's the final 8 of regular time, plus any added time the referee chooses to add. Morgan Gibbs-White just receiving his final instructions to perhaps see things through for Nottingham Forest. Delaney goes back to the edge of the area, now with Cunha. All the way back to Ortega. And to his left-hand side for Morata. Further down the left now for Williams. Williams over the top, flicked on by Jesus. Chased down by Pankey. Away the ball goes, Pankey. Gets down to the right-hand side. He's forced to go back into his own half now for Guendouzi. His play over the top down the right-hand side for Semedo. He's good first touch, cross comes in towards the middle. It's gone past everybody. Out of play. And again, Fenerbahçe crying out for a corner. Ball over the top, a great first touch by Semedo and a lovely ball into the box. Just going to see, not come off anybody from Nottingham Forest on its way through, but we'll get to see the change now with Morgan Gibbs-White. Who it is that he's going to be coming on for, and it is Dominguez. Great shift from Nicolas Dominguez in the middle of the park. Morgan Gibbs-White isn't exactly where you'd expect to come on and see any sort of reduction in quality in that midfield area. Change is the final change for Vítor Pereira. 6.5 minutes left to go. Anderson. Now to Williams. Now to Anderson. To his own half for Morata. Morata on side for Sangare. Just over to the right-hand side now for Hutchinson. Keeps it in play, but then he tries to do a couple of step overs, catches the ball with his right foot, knocks it out of play for a throw-in. Fenerbahçe taking short to Baker, all the way back to his goalkeeper. This time cleared away by Jetta, brought down by Yuksak. Left-hand side, through the middle, but it's blocked out by Sangare. He's forced to go into his own half now for Guendouzi. Now for Demir. Demir out the right-hand side. For Semedo. Now Pankey. Side of Nottingham Forest half still. Pankey looks to support out to his right. Finds Asensio. To his left foot. Yuksak. Back to Guendouzi. Now Asensio, inside of the centre circle in the opposition half. Right-hand side, it's just behind Nelson Semedo from N'Golo Kante, and it will be a throw-in now to Nottingham Forest, who you can see the celebrations beginning in the supporters. Now feel a little more comfortable with 4.5 minutes left to go of regular time. They may well into the hat for the next round tomorrow morning. Now Sangare across to Gibbs White. To the centre circle, Gibbs White out to the right hand side now. Murray Hutchinson to the edge of the area. Ball back in towards the middle, headed away by Guendouzi. In the back there from Williams, nothing given by the referee. Moves out to the left hand side. And back inside to Anderson. Sitting on the edge of the area. To Hudson-Odoi, back to Williams. And to Morata. Plays this ball off for Hudson-Odoi, plays it all the way back to Sangare, who loses out and a chance here on the counter-attack with Akichi. He's up against Aina at the moment, has to go wide right, he's not got much support and Aina wins it back and Sangare comes away with the ball. Excellent work defensively by the substitutes. Aina through the middle for Anderson. Anderson now surrounded by two players, manages to beat both of those, but then Guendouzi gets there to win it back and he's now with Asensio on the right hand side. A chance here, played it back across the middle, balls to Mercury at the back post, sends it goalwards, drifts wide. Goal kick for Nottingham Forest. Another chance goes begging for Fenerbahçe. Landed up on his left foot as Igor Jesus was closing him down. Taken it, got his way through by Aktoglu. Diverted it off target.
is over for us, man.
Goal kick anyway for Forest with no rush. Sets in to do so. Played short by Cunha. Jensen to his left hand side now. From Morata towards the halfway line.
3 minutes to go.
Guendouzi and throws the challenge in. It's now with Kante to Asensio on the edge of the area. Lines up a left foot effort. It's spilled by the keeper and away by Aina just before Aktoglu managed to get there. Still with Semedo on the right hand side. Inside to Asensio. That's Guendouzi to his left. Further over to his left, he's got Mulder. He's forced to keep possession in the midfield area. Everybody behind the ball at the moment for Nottingham Forest. Now goes through the middle for Akichi. Akichi can't get his shot away. And away comes Elliot Anderson out to his right hand side. And Amari Hutchinson drives forward. Only the keeper to beat. Amari Hutchinson saved very well by Chetin. He's turned it behind for a corner.
Yes, big
He
save.
wanted offside. Flag stayed down. He was right to do so because Amari Hutchinson was inside of his own half when the ball was played. I suppose you couldn't really tell as the goalkeeper from that area. But Amari Hutchinson only had the keeper to beat, and it's a fingertip save to turn the ball behind. It's going to be a corner to Forest on the right hand side. Last minute of regular time, plus any added time now by the referee for Forest to see things through. Plays this to Anderson on the edge of the area, back to Hutchinson. Now to Anderson and then to Hutchinson again by the right hand side. Anderson is still behind him. Hutchinson onto his left foot, can't get the cross away. He's across the middle for Sangare. Out to the left hand side. Now for Williams, now for Hudson-Odoi, chipped in towards the middle, headed away from Igor Jesus, and it will be a goal kick to Fenerbahçe. It was Morata that went up for the header. A little chip ball by Hudson-Odoi. It was going on to the head of Igor Jesus. Guendouzi plays this out to the left-hand side for Merkin, who runs through the middle and gets away from his marker. Then plays it out to his left-hand side for Akichi. Into his own half then for Mulder. Back to Guendouzi. Here's to his right-hand side. It's over for Semedo. Semedo brings this down. Williams then closes him down inside to Kante. Back he goes. He just gets himself in the way, can't keep the ball in play though, and he goes out to play for a throw to Fenerbahçe. We are in 4 minutes of added time at the end of this game. We're now into those 4 minutes. Semedo with the throw, Nico with the edge of the area. Down the line goes for Asensio. Towards the corner flag. Ball catches the corner flag, and out to play goes for a goal kick for Nottingham Forest. Trying to keep it in play, but he was off balance while doing so. had no assistance from the corner flag.
Nottingham Forest is qualifying.
The traffic by leaving early, but they're not leaving without a round of applause for their side. I've been up against it today. Very tough Fenerbahçe side. And it's set to go through to the next round of the Europa League. Put down by Jesus and by Pankey. In off by the kitchen. Way through it goes, and Pankey gets the ball away. We're throwing now down the left-hand side for Fenerbahçe. More urgency from them. Nottingham Forest just happy to get the ball away. Line to Merkin. Now for Guendouzi. Back to his right-hand side for Semedo. Plenty of space out here. Options in the middle if he can get across it. Needs to be doing something with the ball. Instead plays it back to Asensio. Pushes this over to the left-hand side. And into the middle from Merkin. Cleared away by Morata. Conte plays it back to Guendouzi. Now to Mulder. Back to Merkin. Down the left-hand side, find some space here for Yusek, and he's slipped. The ball is turned away by Aina, taken by Merkin. Back to Yusek again. Aina wins it back this time fairly, says the referee. Down the right-hand side for Igor Jesus to chase. Guendouzi comes away with the ball back into Nottingham Forest half. Guendouzi comes away with it, and Morgan Gibbs White wins it back. Now for Sangare out to the left-hand side for Hudson-Odoi, who's pulled down by Semedo. It'll be a free kick to Nottingham Forest just inside of their own half. As Hudson-Odoi happy to waste a bit more of the time there. No yellow card given just yet by the referee. Fully expected one. Whilst Nottingham Forest were on the counter-attack, just pull a player down, but I think with a minute and a half left, Fenerbahçe started to resign themselves to the fact that European success this season is out the window.
Nottingham Forest qualifies.
Points behind Galatasaray at the top of the table. Nottingham Forest, on the other hand, in a relegation fight in the Premier League as it stands. Down in 17th place, just 2 points ahead of West Ham. It's now with Aina. Cunha. It goes to Morata and back to Ortega. Distributes this out left. He's out to play for a throw-in. The throw-in for Semedo. He's waiting for the ball to leave the field. It has done. He's taken the throw-in and thrown it back to here. Guendouzi out to his left-hand side for Merkin. Merkin further down the line to be chased by the Kitchen. He's left to run by Cunha, and it's gone out to play for a goal kick. So a round of applause from the supporters and from the manager on the side, Vítor Pereira, who's going for back-to-back wins in Europa League to start his campaign at Nottingham Forest. We'll wait just for the goal kick to be taken by Ortega, but I fully expect this to be the final instance of the game. And that is exactly what it is. The full-time whistle goes, and after all said and done, Nottingham Forest qualify for the next round of the Europa League. The draw will be made tomorrow. It's been a very hard-fought battle. They were 3-0 up going into this game, and perhaps a bit more of a relaxed approach to start the game, but it was quick out of the blocks from Fenerbahçe. And at the start of the second half, the penalty that doubled the tally for Aktoglu really put the pressure on Nottingham Forest. But the inspiring substitutions, Sangare, Jesus, Aina and Hudson-Odoi really brought life back into this Nottingham Forest side, who put the pressure back to Fenerbahçe, pulled one back through Hudson-Odoi, and they saw the rest of it through. They're into the next round. It's departure for Fenerbahçe, who will be able to focus back on the Super League. After all said and done, here at the City Ground, it is full time. On the night, it is Nottingham Forest 1, Fenerbahçe 2. But on aggregate, the score that matters is Nottingham Forest 4.
That's it, my good people. Nottingham Forest qualifies. We're gonna wait for the draw to be made tomorrow. tomorrow or today. It's already on a Friday here in Kenya. It's already on a Friday here in Kenya. So the draw is gonna be made today, both for Europa League and Champions League. So lock in for, we're gonna see what's gonna happen next. Which team are they gonna face? Okay, see if they're gonna proceed and win the Europa League. Big up to every Nottingham Forest fan. Big up to everyone who has voted. Please, if you're watching this right now, make sure you subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss my everyday football live streams. Okay? It's your boy Pankey BFLB, man. Thank you for everyone who has been in. Thank you for 19 people who have voted. Big up. I'm so thankful. Big up to, let me shout out to some good fellas who are in. A big shout out to Sharon, big shout out to Superstar Melo, big shout out to Avatar, A to the B, my boy. Big shout out to you, man. And Elaborator, big up, big up, big up, big up. Man, it has been a good time over here, man. Let me sign out in peace. Nottingham Forest proceeds while Fenerbahçe, tries to conquer, but it is what it is. I was supporting Fenerbahçe, but they have disappointed me in the end. But it is what it is. So my good people, if you are watching right now, or you're gonna watch this live stream, make sure, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like the stream. Yeah, see you in the next, man. It has been your boy all day, every day, man. Every day I'm doing this, man. So make sure you subscribe so you get to catch me live here on this channel. All right, so subscribe, man. Subscribe, let's go. Subscribe, let's go. All right, yeah, let me sign out in peace. I wish you all the best out there, man. Let me stop sharing my screen and tell you something, man. It's your boy Pankey BFLB, man. Thank you for engaging with me in this live stream. Thank you for everyone who has voted. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. If you have subscribed, man, big up. See you in the next live stream. I do this every single day, so you're gonna catch me. All right, thank you. May God bless you and best of luck in everything you are doing out there. Okay, yeah, let's rock the world together. All right, I'm out, man. It's your boy Pankey BFLB, man. Thank you and may God bless you, man. Don't forget to do one thing: hit that like and subscribe. All right, see ya. Nottingham Forest qualifies. Bombo clat.